Hello and welcome back to day 5 of Airtable series. And in today's video, let's look at forms. Why do we use forms? How do we create forms? And what are the benefits? Let's get started. So now let's create a form for tasks. Okay, so I'm going to forms and add someone to the team. It says, so let's go out of Omni, close Omni, and I'm going to click on create new form. Okay, so the table that we want to create a form for is tasks, and let's call this as create task. Right, you can see we have all the fields like task, status, daily time required, start, deadline, duration, description, and all of that. I'll click on create form. Okay, and if we go back to data, then we have task, status, assignee, daily, time required, start, deadline, duration, all of that. Likewise, all of those fields are available here as well, right? Now, if we click on this hamburger icon, then this gets closed and we can see a write property window. And you can click on any of the fields, you will see the properties of that particular field. For example, this one, it says task. Okay, so title here, let's call this as task title, right? So you can see here task title. Status, if we click on this one, we can see the status and it's a drop down, as we can see. If we click on edit field, then you can see it's a single select, color code option. Okay, to do, in progress, done are the options, and so on and so forth. Okay, likewise, you can click on any of the fields and check what are the properties and so on and so forth. We have start, deadline, and so on and so forth. Now you see that this and this is just taking small space, right? So size, we can make it as now if you want any of the fields to be like mandatory, like task title or something like that, you can make it as a required field. Okay, and if you want to remove something, you can click on these three dots and remove it. And because we made this as a required field, you can see here we have got that red star, right? So based on the field that we select, it will also give some properties that we can edit. For example, if I go to start, okay, then we get range limit. Okay, what should be the start date and what should be the end date, and so on and so forth. If you want to add that limit, you can do that. Now what we have spoken so far is called fields, but if you scroll slightly outside that, okay, you can see the group of fields being shown together with a different background. So if you click on that, that becomes a group, right? Now here you can add it to group. If you want to add to group, like let's say title or description or something like that, you can do that. Or you can also remove the entire group. Now this particular thing that you can see is removing the entire group together. Okay, and you can see here group 1, okay, fields 7 visible, and so on and so forth. You can also play around with a particular field, whether it should be always visible or on condition, or add condition group, and so on and so forth, right? So you can make conditional visibility for any particular field or even groups. Now one of the things that is missing is the assignee. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this plus here, okay, and search for field. We already have assignee, so I'll click on that, and assignee is added over here. Okay, so I can add the person from here. If I click on this particular field, then I can play around with the field assignee, edit the fields from here, allow linking to multiple records. I'll make it as no, so that it's only one assignee per task. Okay, so I'll click on confirm change, and you have different layouts. Okay, you can see here, so we can do that. Fields, 3 visible fields. Okay, let's check availability, type, and photo, and so on and so forth, right? And visibility of this particular field is always on. Okay, so we can add a particular logo to this form, we can add description to the form, create a task and assign to a team member. Okay, and if you want to clear it off, you can clear it. Okay, So we by default have a clear form and submit form button. Okay, basically if you have filled out anything and then click on clear form, everything will be cleared. If you click on submit, the record will be submitted. Now by default, whenever you have not selected a group or a particular field, then we are on the form settings. Okay, the title, create task. We can see source is tasks. Basically any record that is getting created here will go to tasks table. We can see what are the visible fields, right? If you want, you can hide them from here and so on and so forth. Like let's say daily time required, I don't need, so I'll just hide it from here. Okay, and then we have appearance, show Airtable branding. Of course, if you don't want this, then you'll have to be in the paid plan. Okay, as we can see that. Show background color. Again, we need to be on paid plan. See who submitted a response. Sign in to Airtable required. So if you want to see who actually submitted a particular response, basically who filled the form and submitted, then you can enable this. But this would mean that the user, whoever is going to use this form, needs to be signed in to Airtable. So I'll switch it off for now. So accepting submissions, which means new submissions can be submitted. Otherwise, it just means that the form is no longer valid. Okay, and then we have edit button label. Again, we need a paid business plan for that. Redirect to URL after the submission has happened. If you want that, then you need a paid plan and so on and so forth. Message. Okay, so you can change your message here, like thank you for submitting the form, or the task is successfully created and so on and so forth. So let's do task is created successfully. Okay, show a submit another response button. If you want a submit another response after the task has been created, then you can enable this. Email response none, or you can also enable whom do you want the emails to be sent to. So basically, this is all the collaborators in the particular project or this particular table. Okay, I'll leave it to none for now. Allow printing. Okay, so whether you want the users to be able to print the page or not. So when I go to a group level, I can also do the label settings. Like right now it is on top. If you want it by side, you can also do that, where the labels of the fields are coming on the left side and the input field will be on the right side. Okay, so if you like top, you can do this. If you like side, then you can do it. We'll go with side for now. Okay, and then appearance, show group title, show description, show background color. These things can also be changed at a group level. Now, if you want to add a different group, then you can scroll a bit down here and you can see there's a group, add group button. So you can use this to add new groups and include a few more fields in that. And that group could be conditionally visible, right? So for example, this is the new group. And okay, the rules for visibility of a particular group is available only in the paid plan, okay, team plan, or okay, it's only for the business plan. So we'll not be able to play around with that, but we can play around by hiding field and making it visible only with conditions and so on and so forth. But you can add a group and you can still add new fields over here and so on and so forth. So I'll delete it for now. We don't need a group. Let me go to status field. Okay, and you can see here layout. We have drop down options, or you also have it as a radio button with all the status being shown. So you can select one of them. If you like this one, you can go with this. So they'll have to click on the drop down ones and then select one of the options. If you want to keep it minimalist, then you can go with this one, because here it's just one click. Okay. You can also add helper text for any of the fields, like you are just giving them helper text, like select the status, right? So we don't need a helper text for this. It's self-explanatory. So I'll remove that for now. Okay. So options, all three selected. You can see here. If you want a particular option to be shown, then you can do only that. For example, when somebody is filling a form, you don't want it to be in done status. So let's keep it at this, right? And we can also have a default value. So for example, I want it to be always to do when they're creating a new task. but if they feel that they are creating after they have started, then they can go to in progress status. Okay, so we can do it that way. Now let's click on publish, which means the form is actually available for others to use. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, share form, create a task, anyone on the web. Okay, if you want anybody and everybody should be able to access this form and fill out, then you can go with so linked records will be visible to anyone on the web. To hide sensitive data, edit the linked record field to limit what users can select, and so on and so forth. Right, so I'll click on edit form. We'll come back to the form. Okay, so you can select anyone on the web only if you feel anybody and everybody should be able to create a task. Okay, in the business plan, you also get anyone on an admin approved domain. Okay, anyone at a domain. So if all our team members should have access to it, then I would say red7.ai. Right, so anybody who is logged in into Airtable with email ID ending with red7.ai will have access to it. Only users with base access, which means whomever we have added as collaborators in the base, only they will have access to this. Okay, now I can just copy link, and this form is ready to be shared with anyone. Okay, now if I open it as a user, I can say Airtable day 6 to day 10 video. Assignee, let me add Malik Johnson. Okay, you can see here the name, the availability type, and so on and so forth, right? And the status is to do. I'll say start should be by today, and let's end it by 3rd of May. Okay, I'll say duration is like 6 hours. Okay, please select a number only. So this duration is in number, so 6. Description, please get the video details ready, and I'll click on submit. And you can see here submit another response is available as a button. Task is created successfully. Okay, I can go to view data, which will take me back to the table, and in the task section you can see we have Airtable day 6 to day 10 video. It is in to do. Malik Johnson is assigned to it, and we had removed the daily time required field from the form, so that is not filled. We have the start, deadline, duration. Okay, we have the availability. So these fields were not added and hence not filled over here. The range seems to be automatically coming. Okay, because we have used a formula here. Okay, so that is coming automatically. And photo, again, whomever we have assigned it to, that is coming in, and description is also available over here. There you go. That's how you create a form manually. Now let's quickly check how do we create a form using AI. So I'm going to open Omni, and this was the field that we had selected previously, so it has got selected. I'll click on close, and let me give the prompt. Okay, not this one. Prompt is copy, so I'll just paste it. So create a form named submit a task. It should be connected to the bug report table. No, it should be connected to tasks table. The following fields should be included: title, description, not priority, let's say assignee, and due date. It's deadline. Okay, deadline. Everything should be mandatory except for attachment, except for, let's make it as assignee. Okay, the first 3 fields should be in one group and attachment should be in a separate group, and make sure all the fields are stacked on top of each other. Okay, let's hit enter and let's see what AI can do for us in this particular case. Okay, let's come to forms. Submit a task has been given as the title. Okay, oh, it's already created everything. Let's quickly check that. Okay, so if I go, these 3 have been added in a group. Okay, you can see task, description, and assignee has been added. While the task and description are mandatory, assignee is not mandatory. Okay, we have deadline also added. So if I go here, you can see deadline is also added in a separate group, just like we asked for, and that is also mandatory. We have deadline added as the title of the group, and specify when the task should be completed as the description of the group, and deadline as a field also has been added and it is mandatory. So you can see with just a single prompt, detailed enough, the AI Omni on Airtable is able to create a complete form just like we want it. And of course, now if you want to make any changes, you can do that. You can click on any of the fields and the properties window will open up. You can play around with whatever you want to change, or you can ask AI to further make any changes. And once you feel that the form is ready, you can always publish it. So that's about Airtable forms for you. It's very simple, especially with AI. It's just a prompt away. Now, since we have finished with forms, we will check automation and interface in the coming videos. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.